I think every team that's under 42 points cannot say that they're clear of anything. And to be absolutely clear, the mentality of a Valencia player should be that every single time they step onto the pitch, every single time they wear the shirt, including me, as trainers, as coaches, as a communications officer, we have to work equally as hard. The idea of, there's nothing to play for, we don't fight for anything. Yeah, we fight for a lot. We fight for the pride of the shirt, we fight for what we're here to do, which is play football as to our best of our ability every single day. And on Thursday night, they showed that even when there's disappointment, the fans will support, that it's possible to raise the atmosphere in the stadium to a high level, even when you have disappointment, because of the fact that if you can play like that, then there's everything to play for. And we have to play that every single minute of every single game of the rest of the season. I'm not accepting anything less. The players can't accept anything less. Why should we or the players accept anything less than what they provided on Thursday night? Because that's a different level than we've seen, I think, probably all season, speaking to people who've been here all year. And that, to me, is what it's about now. About personal motivation and attitude to perform every single minute of every single day, like they did on Thursday. I know that you mentioned that I changed many things. I suppose one thing, I played with two forward players, two more attacking players up front, obviously in Santi and Alvaro, but there have been many times this season where I played with Andre Gomez and Paco, or Andre Gomez and Alvaro, who you would argue are two attacking players as well. But I think on Thursday night, I said to you that, yes, you can point towards the changes that I made. I don't think that was the biggest factor on Thursday night. I don't think any of you in this room believe that was the biggest factor on Thursday night. It was about what the team did from the first minute, the way they approached the game, the way in which they wanted to play, the way in which they wanted to go and press, the way in which they wanted to defend, the commitment on set pieces, the running forwards, the proactive attitude in the game. That was the biggest change for me. And from that point of view now, we've finally seen this season what this team are capable of. If we play like that every single game, we'd have been in the Champions League. So from that point of view, we have 9 games left. Let's go and get 27 points, because if we play like that, we'll be a difficult opponent. Will I see the fire burn? Tomorrow night, if we don't win, probably. No, from my point of view, in terms of my commitment, I was given a 5-month contract here. I've moved my family over here with total commitment. I've grown to love the position and the job, but I can just think about the next 9 games. That's all I can think about. The idea of thinking about next season is wrong. It's not right. The results, as I see them, have not been good enough up to now. And I need to think about 9 performances like I saw on Thursday night. That's all I need to think about. I'm encouraged by what I saw on Thursday, but now the question that I'm asking, you're asking, is can we reproduce that for the next 9 matches? And that's all I'm thinking about. I really am not thinking about anything else. And first and foremost, primarily, I'm thinking about tomorrow night against Celta Vigo. It's a difficult match, but I want us to approach it in the same way as we did on Thursday. It's the only question that I'm asking myself at this moment in time. Can we give the same? Can we do the same? Can we repeat? Can we get consistency? I'm not interested in this up and down. 1 week good, next week no good. I'm interested in consistency. That's what I'm interested in. I don't know about refreshing. I don't think that's the right word. It won't be a break either. I think from my point of view, it was something that we agreed, many months ago before I came to Valencia. In terms of obviously this week, I've been quite clear on many occasions that we have obviously 3 coaches here for the 8 players who remain. And I'll be back when all the players arrive on the Wednesday for training before Las Palmas in the build-up to that game. I know that it's something that's particularly, maybe it's being used against me at this moment in time, and the fans or other people or yourselves are asking the questions to what, but it's been a 3-4 month commitment. I'm totally committed to Valencia. I think that I've proven that. And from my point of view, all I'm concentrating on, the thing that will be more refreshing for me is winning against Celta Vigo, trust me. That's all I want, is to win against Celta Vigo and to win these next 8 remaining matches. That's all I'm thinking about. The answer is that I don't think it's just truly down to one thing. 3 months is not a long time, particularly when you've not had any time to properly coach the team, because we've had a game every 3 days. We've had no real opportunity in between matches to really, what I would say, if you come in pre-season or you have maybe 12 months with the team, you have opportunities on 3 weeks where you can actually work with the team on how you want them to play, how you want them to. We seem to have been in a cycle of recovery play, recovery play for 3 months. It's been an incredible programme. It's not an excuse. I knew what I was getting into. The success was wanted in the Cups. We wanted to be in the Copa del Rey. We wanted to be in Europa League. This club should be in these competitions. But from my point of view, I suppose in some ways it's taken 3 months. I agree. I think it's too long. I didn't want it to take 3 months, but it's taken 3 months to get a performance that I finally feel as though... there have been some performances I've liked before. I like Malaga because I think we showed a lot of spirit and fight. I like Rapid Vienna. I liked other performances and other things, aspects of matches. But on Thursday night, I finally saw the full performance. One that I could be happy with from minute 1 to minute 90. One that represents what I believe in football with the intensity. I think from day one, my statement was I want Valencia to be a horrible team to play against. And they were horrible to play against on Thursday night. That's what I believe a football team should be. Intense without the ball, and then with the ball, proactive, thinking in a positive manner, sustaining attacks, the right attitude to win every single tackle, header, compete. They're my idea of a football team. When I came here to Valencia 15 years ago to play against the Valencia team in 2000, that's what I saw when I came here. Ayala, Barajar Albelda, these types of... I saw a fighting team, a horrible team to play against, and that was what my image of Valencia was. And on Thursday night, that image was delivered by the players. They have to deliver that image 9 more times for me this season because I'm not accepting anything else. It's wrong that we haven't played like that before. It's my responsibility. But now we all must take responsibility to deliver that every single game now because it's the least that everyone deserves, including the players themselves, of themselves. The fans have every right to think what they want to think. They're the most important people in the football club. Always will be. They'll be here when every single one of us is gone, including you. They'll still be here supporting the club. So from my point of view, I accept any opinion of yourselves in the position that you have, but also the opinion of the fans. I have no problem with it at all. I think they respect the fact that I'm giving my all and that I'm being honest with them as much as I possibly can in this position. And that I think that we just concentrate. I think I've had their support. You see on Thursday night after Levante, they could have come to that stadium and not supported us and not supported me, and they did. So I respect them a lot for what they do. And tomorrow night, we need their same support. And all I ask from them is that they support us, they support me for the next 9 matches, and then we'll see what happens at the end of the season. But from that point of view, there's nothing I can say to alleviate the fans' feelings other than give them performances like they got on Thursday night. That takes away all levels of criticism. I think that there will be criticism if we play like we did against Levante, and I have to take that on the chin. If we play like we did on Thursday night, the fans will be happy. They showed that in the game. For the first time, probably since I came here, after Levante, I said to you after, I've got no defence, and we cannot have no defence. But what I saw on Thursday night and what we saw, what the players saw, is a response. And now, the question of why is always one that I ask myself, but sometimes you don't have the answer. You don't have the answer. I mean, it's plainly obvious. We just wanted it desperately badly on Thursday night. And against Levante, I thought Levante wanted it more. And from that point of view, that's why I said it was unacceptable. But I think enough about that. I think that I want to take the positiveness from Thursday night against Bilbao, who were a very good team. I think everyone recognises them as a good team. They couldn't cope with the intensity of a Valencia team. And that, to me, is how it should be. Mestalla is one of the most dominating, hostile stadiums that you can play in. But they need to be able to bounce off a performance, off a spirit that exists on the pitch. And on Thursday night, that's what we saw. And that's what I need. It's what the fans need. It's what the players need tomorrow. We all need the same thing. I can't explain how we changed so much in 3 days. It's difficult to explain that. But you saw the game. Everyone saw the game. It's plainly obvious when you look at it why. Just a much higher level of intensity, a far better performance all round, and one that I think was enjoyable to watch. Well, we've not been consistent. No, that's for sure. I mean, the results have not been good enough. And some of the performances have not been good enough. But now, I think what I saw on Thursday night is now the minimum standard. They've set the minimum standard. I've seen something that I really like. I told them that after the game. What I've just seen, I like. It's what they should like it. I mean, playing in that game, they must be proud of what they did. The effort they give, the fight, the performance, the running, the tackling, the passing, the goals. Playing against a good team. They made a good team look ordinary. They made a good team look very nervous. And we could have even had 3, 4, 5 goals. Even when they scored and went 2-1 up, we should have scored again. So, no, I think consistency is everything in life. You want consistency in every single performance in a sports team. And, I'm comfortable that, I've finally seen a performance that I think that we can all be proud of. And we need to repeat that 9 times. And sometimes you don't always win. But you can repeat certain things always, and that's what I want. The attitude to be repeated, the mentality to be repeated, the intensity to be repeated. And sometimes a pass might not work, a shot might not work. Things sometimes can go wrong in games like this. But the other bits, the fundamentals and base of a football team should never change, and we have to repeat those things. It's disappointing. It's hugely disappointing not to have a trophy to fight for. I think that we applied ourselves fully in the cup competitions. We got to the Copa del Rey semi-final and played against Barcelona. We obviously got knocked out against Bilbao in the Europa League. So we're in a position now where we don't fight for a trophy. But I think it's a big mistake, and it will be a big mistake if anybody thinks that we've not got anything to fight for this season. As I said before in my first question, any team that's got less than 40, 42 points, has a lot to fight for. We have a lot to fight for, and trust me, the mood and the feeling I have at this moment in time is that I'm going to be more relentless than I ever have been for this next 2 months, for these next 9 games. I'm not going to let up, because it's the minimum acceptance that we fight for every single point in every single game, and it's the minimum we should deliver. And we have to deliver many, many points. We have an opportunity now to move up the league. We have no excuses with midweek games. As coaches now, my excuses are removed in respect of being able to coach the team. We have 3 weeks. We have only 1 game a week. We can coach the team finally in this next 2-3 months and work on a lot of the things that we want to work on. That's not been possible, a lot in the last 2-3 months because of the fact that we've had a game every 3 days, and it's difficult when the players, even this morning, we cannot work on anything this morning really because the players are still in recovery mode from Thursday night. So from that point of view now, I look forward to this 2 months to be able to coach well with the other coaches of the team, for the players to be able to get a better idea and understanding of what we want in terms of finer detail. And there is a lot to play for. There is a lot to play for. And I have to prove myself in this next 9 matches that the results don't reflect the work that I've been doing